Hey guys, what's up? Yeah, on today's video, I'm going to review the Auto Align by Audio Radix, and let's see if this plugin really works or not, okay? And, yeah, I got my cat there. Well, so anyways, let's focus on this, okay? Okay, the question is, this really works? And what is the Auto Align? Or what is, the better question is, what is the alignment, for example, in drums, okay? Because this plugin was made specific for aligning drums. Okay, this is the truth, okay? This plugin is gonna help you if you don't have too much experience for miking placement for drums, of course, or if you screw it on your mic placement, okay? So if you screw it, this will help you. Yeah, because I used this for not for so many years, but for the last 3 years. Yeah, I stopped using it, and then you will see why later in the video. But yeah, works, but on the same time it doesn't work to me anymore. It's a great plugin. It's kind of expensive, okay? And yeah, and let's jump to Pro Tools, and I'm going to show you what it is about. All right, so let's see which is this company. This company is Radix, okay? Oh, the drum lever is super sick plugin for real, okay? Let me know on the comments below if you want to know something about this plugin. I can make a video about it. And let's see products. Yeah, all the products. Yeah. You see, the outline is under the Radical Drums duo, okay? They have the Radical Pause, yeah, pretty cool stuff. But now today, this gonna focus on the outline, okay? Like I said, it's kind of expensive. It's not cheap plugin. And I repeat again, I'm not talking shit about this company. I will not talking shit about this plugin. This plugin works. But you will see why I don't use this anymore, okay? So punch and definition. You see, it's gonna align everything to whatever you want. So that's cool. And also it's gonna help you with your polarity. So it's gonna put everything on phase, which is good. Of course, that is the ultimate goal when you recording drums, because you're using more than 2 microphones, you know? And okay, let's see. This is how it works. So I have the drums. Oh, on today's video, I'm going to show you 2 bands. The first one is APCK, and they sound like this. Alright, so as you see, I have 2 sets of audio alignment and also the regular trim plugin. Okay, if you're not the Pro Tools, what is the trim plugin? If you're asking that yourself, it's a pretty good question. So the trim plugin is only just trim, and also this plugin is give me the phase reverse or phase polarity, you know, option. I use this, you know, for make everything sounds in phase when working on drums or when I'm mixing drums, okay? So this is a regular plugin. See, this is only help you for the phase. That's it. It doesn't align everything. But this is the point, okay? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know how to use this plugin. So if someone of you watching this video know how to use this plugin, but for real, because I didn't find any single one video out there, or even like on photos, you know, on Facebook or like a Gear Slots. No, everybody said, okay, you can use it on this way or that way. But I found 2 ways to use this, and this is the best 2 ways so far I found, okay? The first way is the way I learned it at the beginning. So This is my overheads, right? On the overheads, I send this. So what does that mean? Everything is gonna line up with the overheads because makes sense, because the overheads is the main thing how you listen to us when you listen any song or record. Okay, so it makes sense. So everything is gonna line up to the overhead. So for example, the cake is gonna receive for number 1, which is the overhead. Okay, so this is how is alignment in base of the overhead. The second way I found this, and a lot of people, for example, there is a Pro Tools Avid group on Facebook. They said, no, it's wrong. It's John. You don't have to do it on the overheads because sounds wrong. You got to do it to the snare top. That's the reason I have here the snare top. And come on, wait a second. Really? Okay, sorry for that. I don't know what happened. Pro Tools crash. Yes, I know. I really like Pro Tools. I hate Avid. Okay, yes, it's expensive, but fuck it, whatever. It's the only though I know how to use it, with my closed eyes. But you know what? I'm waiting for Luna to be the most close as Pro Tools. When that happens, I'm going to change to Luna. Yeah, I recorded the audio, my vocals through Luna, as you see, okay? So, but that's it for a different video. That's for a different topic. Let's focus on this plugin, all right? So, okay, like I said, in that topic, this guy said, no, the best way is to use it on the snare top. So that's the reason I have here another set of auto-align. Now this is the Send 2, because remember, the Send 1 is for the overheads, but the Send 2 is for the snare. So as you see, you can send a lot of things with just one plugin. I mean, or you can use, like, for example, you wanna align only the kick and the snare. Besides, on the overhead, I guess you can do that, but that's the thing. Like, I don't understand it, because it have to sound cohesive, between the mics. So it's super weird. Okay, so far, and yeah. So for example, the kick is aligned now to the snare, and until the last mic, this is the wall mic. And let me know about this technique. Like I said on my video, on my first Q&A, I'm gonna make a video now. I want to talk about this drumming technique, miking drumming technique. Yeah. So everything's focused on number 2, okay? And also I have my trim, like I said, because this is like an old school way how to make your drums punchy and making everything on face. Okay, this is the point I want to go now. Okay, why I stopped using this? Because I don't know, probably it's me, maybe I'm crazy, I don't know, but this is what I feel when I listen here in my control room with my monitor speakers. The auto line, yes, is gonna make everything sounds more on face, but on the same time, it's gonna sounds more narrow. And me personally speaking, this is very personal speaking, okay? I love huge drums, super wide live drums. Yes, I know. I will talk about like the golden age of recording, like a 60s, 70s. Yes, for example, Deep Purple, Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, Judas Priest. Yes, of course. But is someone of you there say, hey, dude, but that's too old. Everything have to sound super, on the grid. No. Sorry, but no. Why I always back to the classic? Because we are the classics. We are those classic techniques of recording and mixing. For example, I will never do this. Okay, so learn your history, and then you will not do stupid things. And that applies to everything in life. Okay, so and back, like I say, I love drums huge and wide, and this is gonna make it sound narrow. Works, but I don't want that, And like I said, in the beginning of the video, I started to use this for the last 3 years, but of course, especially in recording, of course, it makes into actually in everything. The more repetition you do, the best you can be. Okay, it's repetition, try and error, repetition, try and error. In that way, you can improve. So at the beginning, yes, my mic placement was okay, but not as good as now. And I guess I way better engineer like 3 years ago. And that's how I realized, no, this plugin doesn't work for me anymore. I use sometimes here or there, yes, because well, shit happens, okay? But let's see how it sounds. These drums. Okay, for example, these are the road tracks. Let me show you this. Road tracks, okay? I didn't change anything. So I have my kick here. I have two kicks, kick out and kick in. For example, now because my making is better, this is pretty much in phase, as you see. Snare, I using two mics, snare top and bottom. And this is, of course, it's not on phase because it's so difficult to put those two mics in phase. Sometimes you need like extra help. Okay, but yeah, it's there. Let's see how it looks here. Yeah, it's not on phase. Actually, it's not aligned. But you can align it manually too, instead to spend like $150, of course. And let's see how for example, the overhead looks. Let me find a better. Let me do this. Wait a second. There it is. Now the waveform looks bigger. You see, that's in phase. That's are the road tracks. I didn't change it. The room mics too. Cool. All right, let's see how it sounds without anything. And then I'm going to turn off the overheads and then turn off the snare and then turn it off, okay? I'm going to back and forth between the alignment on the overheads and the alignment on the snare, all right? So let's see how it sounds. All right, so I don't know if you know this. I hope you can listen that, through YouTube, because I know YouTube change sometimes the audio quality. But here, for example, in front of my speakers, when I turn off, it doesn't matter. The overhead version of the snare top version sounds narrow. Like I said, this is more like a personal preference, personal taste. I love, like I said, huge live wide drums system to narrow. Probably this gonna work, for example, for those super technical death metal bands. They want some more narrow and more tight. Sure, yeah, why not? But forget that kind of flavor of tightness. For example, this is an idea I just get right now. Instead to use it two mics, on the overheads, miking in this way, you can use the XY technique, because in that technique it still is in a stereo, but it's gonna sound more tight. That's one way, and no, because if I find punchiness, I can use the trim and find which is the mic is not on phase with the overheads, and then use the polarity reverse as I use here with this plugin, And if I want more punchiness, I can get that with compressors, plugins, or our gear. Boom, that's it. And then I still have, and I still maintain my super wide stereo image. And now let's see how sound we only with the trim plugin, which is coming free with Pro Tools, all right? And why are you using every single one? Because I don't need to use it on every single, because this is already on phase with the overheads. As you see, and then as you remember, these two are already alignment and phase because my mic placement is better, you know? And yeah. And also, if you're asking, bro, but the snare top and bottom are not aligned, but they are not phase. Dude, back in the 70s, early 80s, this kind of technology didn't exist, and that was impossible to do that on tape. Remember, tape, no computers, no plugins, tape, real tape. And dude, for example, Metallica album is not on my favorite Metallica albums, but that album sounds huge. And then, of course, have like some issues because it was real, was organic, was in an analog domain.
Cutting the drum tracks like that was inspirational in that we all played together, just like we would at rehearsal. And everyone was going off to a separate track, but Lars's drums were going onto the master tape.
Everyone had to put up with the drum tracks, which are always really fun. So I wasn't the only one in living hell.
Don't worry much about that. Worry how it sounds. It sounds super cool, sounds sick, sounds like with punchy, with aggressiveness. Cool. Don't touch it, which is not broke, or something like that. Okay, now let's see how it sounds only with the trim, okay? So, yeah, I just know some British sleep so weird. Okay, anyways. So, yeah. So, but what do you think? Huh? I have the same punchiness, the same face, sound now. We only use the trim because now my mic placement is better, my mic is better, like 3 years ago, And now let's see. Back and forth between the overheads, the snare, and just a trim, okay? And you wanna see that. Or listen. So what do you think? Be the judge. Do you like this plugin? Do you want to have this plugin in your menu of audio plugins, Works? Yes. Like I said, I don't want to talk about shit. No. Really works, but works in a weird way. And depends of your taste, and also depends of the project. Depends of so many variables, out there. We use it again? Sure. Like I said, you have super technical death metal and then they want to sound everything on the grid, sure. If not, I don't think so. With trim, classic trim, you know, or any plugin, like a give me like the phase polarity option, I will use that. Period. That's it, and continue mixing. And yeah, and that's all for today. So let me know in the comments below if you really like this video, if you find this video very informative or not. And also, don't forget to subscribe, to give me a like, to share this, and that's all for today. Bye guys.